Hey Comic Kids, Cash Cow back with another video. We're gonna keep it rolling today. Got another Undervalued Number 1 series coming with you. Got another 5 comics, Undervalued Number 1s. They can be from solo title series to first ongoing series. It gets tricky, but they do kind of differentiate. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Number 1, we got Elektra Assassin number 1. This is our first solo title series. Hope you guys can see that. Our first solo titled series. It's an origin story of her as well. Also, it's the first appearance of the Beast of the Hand. That's kind of, that glare is kicking. That's that all white. This is actually a limited series. I think it's like an eight issue limited series. It's an undervalued key because we have gotten Elektra already in the Netflix series when she debuted with Daredevil. Her first appearance has taken off very well. Excuse me. That has taken off very well. But this, you can find these for like $10, and I'm trying to understand that. Like, why? Like, this is our first solo title series. This should be much higher. It's very undervalued. She has a first ongoing series, Elektra number 1. That's in 1996. This is in 1986. So it's a 10-year separation period. Try to get that one too if you guys can. I know I got that one. That'll be shown in a future Undervalued number 1 video. But this one came first, so therefore I'm gonna do this one first. I just don't understand why that's so undervalued. That's our first solo title series and an origin story. Pick that up, guys. Right now, people are buying those for under $10. Now, she premieres if there's like either the Comic-Con or Disney Investor Day. It's if you get Daredevil series again, you're gonna get Elektra. I feel like that comic's gonna see a little spike in it. Alright, next, moving on. We got Jonah Hicks number 1. This is his first solo series featuring Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex' first appearance is All Western number 10. That issue is not cheap. You won't find that in a dollar bin, and you probably won't find it under $100. If you do, that's a deal. The reason why I'm like, okay, if his first appearance is so expensive, or it's out of the realm of the average collector, why isn't his first solo series, like, you can get these now? I mean, you'll have a few that vary, 35 mark, but for the most part, that's really pushing it if you find it at the $35 or $40 mark. Lots of times you find it under that. Reason why, I have no clue. I don't understand. I don't know how the market determines stuff, but I'm really starting to be like, why is that undervalued? That deserves so much more respect. That's the next one. That's Jonah Hicks number 1. Get that, guys. Most of the times that's not going for nothing more than, at anything, the highest I've seen is 35. It's usually under that. It's underrated, undervalued, alright? Number 3. Got the Midnight Suns number 1 Unlimited. If I'm not mistaken, this may be a limited series too. It may be 1 through 9, I think. I haven't really seen anything other than the latest was 9. But we know we're getting the Midnight Suns. Some way, somehow, right? Just a lot of speculation on it. It's like, I think like people have, there's been so much where these issues have been like kept down underground for so long. People only really focus on Ghost Rider number 28 or Ghost Rider number 31. And as of recently, people have started focus on the Midnight Suns number 1, the preview comic I showed. Go back and check that comic, that video where I did undervalued keys for the Midnight Suns. That one has recently been shown some love, and I don't understand because that one is actually the most valuable comic out of any of them, dealing with the Midnight Suns as a group in a whole, the comic books, not the individual characters. Of course, Ghost Rider is expensive. Of course, Blade, Morbius, Hannibal King's it's okay. It's I feel like it's gonna get there. Frank Drake, all those, it's quite a few of them. I just don't understand it. So I feel like once that actually is put more info and more stuff is put out there, this is going to actually spike itself. This was in April of 1993. So by that time, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ghost Rider number 28 and Ghost Rider number 31, all those is 1992. So I think those came out maybe a year before this, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Don't quote me on that. This should be much higher than what it is now. You see a few graded comics of it, and they're sitting there. They're gonna sit there for a while. But I would say honestly, and I'm talking about eBay alone, if you can save up the money, scrounge up, save up the money for it, or pull the trigger, get one of those, especially if they're in a high grade, because once the Midnight Suns are previewed and you see trailers or they do the casting, Midnight Suns is going to go to the roof. You already have Ghost Rider is expensive, Blade is expensive. It's only going to continue to get hotter, guys. Alright? Right now, I've seen like raw copies going for maybe $10 at times, pushing it if you get to the 15 or 20. It's not really sought after right now, and that's a shame because that comic deserves so much more. Be on the lookout for that, guys. I got a feeling that's going to be very important going on down the road in the MCU. Okay. Number 4. Got Dr. Fate number 1, the Mustafa variant, 1 in 125. This, we know we're gonna get a Dr. Fate spinoff as of today from the Black Adam. They're all gonna build off of that. You may even see him in that movie, or if Black Adam has a trilogy, you may see him in that. Who knows? We don't know which Dr. Fate they're gonna use. There's 2 different Dr. Fates, so if they were to use this one, this number 1 of this Dr. Fate is actually way more valuable. But it's not really sought after right now because nobody's really checking for Dr. Fate right now, which is crazy. I mean, which I kind of understand it because Dr. Fate is such an old character. It's a lot of old Silver Age comics you can go back to that's probably decent, coins scratched for, is worth something pretty much. So nobody's really checking for any of the modern stuff. I feel like this is a safe pick, being the fact nobody's checking on it. You can get it for a decent price. Get you one and hold on to it. I feel like that's going to be worth it. If they actually bring out this Dr. Fate, this is going to be the variant cover that they actually seek compared over to the other one, alright? Right now, I see those going for like $20 to $30 sometimes. Not that much. It's not really expensive, alright? Last one of this video. So far though, if you like the content, subscribe, comment, give me a like, a thumbs up. I really appreciate all the connectivity you give to me, all the comments, all that. Keep that going. Keep my videos pushing down the algorithm, and I'm gonna keep rocking them out, guys. Alright? Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Last one of this video. We got Scarlet Witch number 1. This is our first solo titled series. I don't have a clue as to why her first solo title series, hopefully you guys can see that the glare is not too bad, why, and I think this is 1993 this came out. For the love of, I can't understand how her first appearance, which I understand Uncanny X-Men #4, is insane. And it's probably entering a low period right now because we've seen Scarlet Witch. People have moved on from the Doctor Strange movie, but you know Scarlet Witch is not done. Not to mention she has her own Disney Plus series with WandaVision, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be slated for a season 2. So you would think that her first solo title series would get a lot of, more love than what it's been getting, but it has not. You can find these issues, hell, sometimes $5, probably under sometime. I feel like if they continue to bring out Scarlet Witch and they develop into where she's doing her own thing, or if they can bring Scarlet Witch finally into the X-Men theme, get her into that to where she's in a, brotherhood of mutants. Whew. She already saw a spike because of being in the Avengers storyline. She is in the X-Men storyline going into the future, still around, making WandaVision series, like seasons and all that. Man, this will be worth a little scratch. I'm not saying it'll be, you turn around and it's worth $300. That, yeah. 9.8 set the market. We're just going to leave it at that, alright? I just feel like this needs to be shown way more attention than what it gets now, guys. This should not be worth $5 to $10. It should be worth a little bit more. So be on the lookout for those. Those are pretty cheap right now. They're undervalued. Not a lot of people are checking for those, okay? With that being said, it's Cash Cow with another video. I'm out.